Hi everyone and welcome back for a brand new video. The sun has literally just decided to come out as soon as I started filming and we're now getting these annoying like blind marks on the background. But it is what it is. I got myself a peppermint tea today. Definitely is needed. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just getting over the flu. So that nasty flu that's been going around has well and truly wiped me out. It pretty much wiped me out for the whole of Christmas and New Year. I thought it was gone and then it came back with revengeance. Like, I was literally so ill, just coughing all night. My throat was like razor blades. But I think, touch wood, I think that it's on its way out now. Today's video is going to be my January 2023 reset video. So this is going to be a new series I do on my channel every single month. They'll probably go live maybe a few days before the new month, just to give you guys time to sit down and reflect on your month and think about what you're looking to achieve the following month. But basically this video is going to follow on from my 2023 goals video and resetting our lives sort of video, because we have these annual goals, but it's like, actually, how can I break these goals down and do them in bite-sized chunks each month to ensure we're actually going to put some progress in and meet these goals? Because it can be so overwhelming, can't it, when you've got a list of all these goals and you're like, these are big things, like how on earth am I going to achieve them? So I wanted to break them down every single month. I really want this series of videos to be a place where we can stay accountable, we can cheer each other on, we can chat in the comments. So please do chat amongst yourselves and chat with me in the comments. I literally reply to every single comment I get. And we can talk about our goals each month and what we're looking to do, because I feel like it's nice to have a little community as well, where we feel like we're working together and we've got other people to bounce ideas off and things like that too. But if you have any tips that you want to share with me or everyone else, please leave them below. But yeah, I want this to be like a nice safe space, a positive environment where we can grow this year together and we really can reach our goals. But in this video we're also just going to kind of cover a few different things. For example, Christmas has just been and gone, so we're going to be doing a little bit of cleaning, getting the house prepared and stuff like that as well. So it's not just going to be me talking at you, it's going to be a little bit of a varied video. So I think what we will do is we're going to start by clearing our space, because I feel like a clean space is a clean mind. Honestly, I am the most stressy person when my space is not clear. Like, it really annoys me. So we're gonna take our Christmas decks down, get the house in a nice state so that we can feel zen, we can feel relaxed, and we can gather our thoughts. And then we'll come back and we can review my January goals and kind of how I've set them from my annual goals, if that makes sense. Like how I've kind of pinched things from my annual goals and working towards them every single month. So yeah, also you have to excuse my nails, they're gross. They have half fallen off and I'm in desperate need of a nail appointment, but all the nail shops are shut for a good few days because it's that weird period between now and like a few days into the new year where we're waiting for them to reopen, and yeah, they look absolutely gross. But anyway, let's go clean our spaces. I definitely recommend you guys do it too. Even if you've taken your decks down, spend 20 minutes, an hour, just do like a power hour speed clean. I've done a video on it recently. It just makes all the difference, because you can have such a cluttered space and you think, oh my god, like, where do I start? But actually, set an hour timer, just, or even 20 minutes, like I said. You'll be shocked at what you can get done in such a short space of time, believe me. Oh, and also, my hair is looking probably quite greasy because I've got loads of oil in it. I basically put loads of oil in my hair because I'm trying to get it back to a good condition. So I'm just having it up for the next few days, full of oil, to get it nice and rejuvenated. But anyways, let's get undecorating. So it is time to say goodbye to the Christmas tree. One final look before we pop it away. Also, I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I just can't stand all this mess, like presents and stuff after Christmas. I'm so ready for my house to just be clear again and tidy and minimal. But I will be sad to see the tree go. But at the same time, I'm very excited for just less clutter. Do you want to be my little helper? Do you? Yoga girl. Who wants to see another day in the life of Lola? Because she has a very fun life, don't you? Okay, so that's everything off the tree. I think it only took me like 20 minutes. Now it's time to take this down. It's so heavy, honestly. It's the most ridiculously heavy tree. And I've got all my decorations on the floor, ready to go. I think I might just put these in like a bin bag or something. I don't really know, to be honest with you. All my picks and everything. Okay guys, so the Christmas decorations are now down, which, yeah, I've wanted them down since Christmas Day, because where I was ill, I don't know, like I didn't feel as festive anymore. So yeah, by the time you're watching this, yours will probably be down anyway, but there's nothing nicer than a clear space once Christmas is over and just having a bit of a clean as well. So something I like to do to refresh my house every month or every whenever, but something I constantly do, is get new pieces of furniture and interior bits, because I feel like you can really switch up your space with just different things just to make it more exciting. So you guys will know that I have had designer prints in my previous houses for literally probably the last 4 years. So for example, this is in my dining room. You might have seen these recently. I just add them into different rooms just to add a different feel. They're so easy to put on the wall, and yeah, you can just change the whole vibe of the room with literally some prints. We have got some new prints from Desenio to go through today, so yeah, I'm excited. I actually can't remember, in all honesty, what I ordered, but we're going to pop some of these up just to switch up the space, to make it a bit more exciting. So oh yeah, here we go. So these ones I got for the main bedroom upstairs. They're just like abstract-y nude tones, which I really liked. I thought they'd be really nice to go beside the bed. So yeah, I went for those two. And then I think these ones are going to be for the hallway. I'm not actually sure yet, but I just really liked them. So you've got the black, and then you've got the nude, and we've got pops of black in our house. So in the dining room we've got pops of black, and then in the kitchen we have. So I thought having this in the hallway might tie the colours together quite nicely, because I do try and run the same sort of colours throughout the house. I also got this one as well. They've got so many on there, honestly. I don't know if you guys have used Desenio or not. I'm sure you have by now, because I feel like everyone talks about them, but if you haven't, they've basically got tools on there where you can customise your own like gallery wall if you're not sure about what you want. It can help you kind of design your own wall. They have prints literally every single month going up, new styles. So yeah, they're absolutely amazing. And I've got an amazing discount code too. I think it's the best discount code I've ever had. So definitely now is the time to snap up some new prints to make your house all nice and fresh if you're looking to do that. I've been showing you them with the curtain shut, but as you can see, yeah, they're a lot more vibrant. These are the frames I've gone for. So I've gone for 3 black frames for the bigger prints, and then I've gone for these light wooden frames for the smaller prints for upstairs. They also have gold, brown, silver, yeah, loads of different colours, but the frames are great and they're so easy to put together too. They're just like this. You can literally pop them out. I won't bother boring you with putting them together because I feel like I've shown you that so many times. Okay, so they're all put together. I'm really liking the colours. And then I always use command strips. So I've been using these for years as well. And they're just so easy to pop on the wall. You can put these on the wall with nails, but I just don't see the point when you can use these and not ruin the wall. And it doesn't damage the paint or anything like that either. So yeah, I'm going to have a think about where I want them to go. So all we're doing basically is pressing down the command strips to the wall, getting it to stick to the wall basically. Okay, so these are the ones we've done in the hallway. Sorry about all the reflection, because it's daylight, it's quite difficult because I keep getting reflections of like the doors and that in them, but yeah, these are the two we chose to put up for now. I really like how it looks. So you first walk into the house and now you've got these on the wall, which just looks more exciting. It was so boring in this hallway, literally nothing was going on. Okay, and then here, I've got a monkey. I've got a monkey who's distracting me. So in the bedroom, I think you guys might have seen these already. I absolutely love them. They're from Modish Furnishings. They're our new bedside cupboards. Then we've got these lampshades, which are from the range, and then the new prints. So I'm really happy with how this looks. I think I've said it quite a few times before, but we do want to get a new bed. I want to go for like something more creamy or beigey to tie all the colours together, because obviously this is all grey, and then, you know, I'm going for more of a lighter kind of creamy theme around this side. But yeah, I love how the print looks. All I'd say is it too small? Do you think a bigger print would look better? I'm not really sure. But this is the same format we did in the guest room. We put the print above where the lampshade was. And it did look good, but where our headboard is so low, it looks silly. But the new headboard we get will probably be quite high. So yeah, I think it will all come together in time. But yeah, I'll leave all my Zenno discount code details on screen and down below. I think you've only got a few days to make use of it. So if you do want to snap some up, then be quick. And I hope you've enjoyed. All right, we're back. We've got a blanket to be nice and cozy. We've obviously got my drink because this video has been filmed over a few days, I'm not going to lie to you. All the sit down talking parts are just being filmed in one go. But yeah, we're going to now have a look at the goals for the year and how we can break these down into monthly goals to try and just make them a little bit more bite-sized chunks. So I'll pop a little picture on the screen for you guys, but basically in terms of my social media goals, so yeah, we're going to break them down into each section. So for my annual goals, I did social media goals, lifestyle, health, and then finances as well. So yeah, these goals are obviously my whole year goal. They're quite big goals, definitely not something I can look at right now and think, yeah, that's gonna happen right like tomorrow, you know, so it can be a little bit overwhelming. So let's try and break them down. So in terms of the social media, so yeah, my goals for the year were to hit 50,000 on TikTok, 150 on Instagram, and then 100 on YouTube. And then I had another goal of creating clear communities per platform. I have done a whole video in thorough detail on all of these things. If you want to go back and check it out, I'll link it down below. But basically, I just wanted to kind of find what I really want to do per platform and like obviously kind of correlate them all together, but at the same time just have slight differences between what I am posting on here and what I'm posting on Instagram and that sort of thing. So my social media goals for January are, so I've said to go up by 1,500 on YouTube, which I feel like it's a moderate goal. Like, you know, it's a little bit much because probably on an average month I probably get 1,000 on YouTube. So yeah, it's a little bit more than average, but you know, we can aim high. I've also said that I'd like to grow by 1,000 on TikTok and also 1,000 on Instagram as well. And then I've put established differences per platform and implement. So January is going to be the month where I start kind of playing around with things and just have a feel for what I really want to be posting on my socials. I do feel quite lost with Instagram and TikTok at the minute. I just kind of feel like I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really enjoy what I'm doing on there. I don't know, I just don't like the look of my feed, especially on Instagram at the minute. It's really hard because obviously reels are what's being pushed. So yeah, it's quite difficult to know what I want to do on there, but I'm just going to kind of use January to experiment, to play around, and to hopefully at the end of January have an idea as to what I actually want to do on these platforms. And then I've just get back into a routine because I've been really slack on Instagram, especially the last few months, and pretty bad on TikTok as well. So I want to get back into a routine, get posting regularly again, and just experiment and use January as that time to just have a think and see how I get on. And then my lifestyle goals for the year were to go away 3 or 4 times, go back to Italy, do something fun each month, date nights with my friend's boyfriend, and then just celebrate more as well. So bringing that into January goals, because obviously again that they're quite big things like to keep up, I thought, well, what can I do to kind of work towards them goals? So I've put at least 2 date nights with Jordan. So if that's us going out for the night, or if that's just having a really nice evening in and doing like a nice spread and putting a nice film on. I mean, we do that a lot anyway, but I just want to really take that time, like phones aside, not going on our phones, not texting, not scrolling pointlessly, and just kind of spending that time together, real quality time, and enjoying each other's company. I want to make sure we do that at least 2 times in January, which I think is really achievable. I've also put take my dad out for his birthday. So obviously I said about like celebrating more this year, and one of the things I meant by that was I don't feel like I celebrate enough when it comes to occasions. So even if it's my own birthday or family's birthday or friends, I feel like I could be doing more than I currently do. So my dad's birthday is in January, so I thought, yeah, take my dad out to his birthday, have a really nice day with him. I don't think me and my dad have been out together, just us two, in a very, very long time. So it's normally me and my mum that would go out together. So yeah, I really want to make sure I have a nice day with my dad for his birthday and make him feel special and appreciated. I've also put on here friends weekly date nights. So I want to, obviously I said for my annual goal, I want to have date nights, and what I mean by that is just like a special date with whoever that person is. So date nights haven't got to just be romantic, they could be with your friends, they could be with your family. So yeah, just have a nice date night each week with my friends, just to make sure I have at least 1 night a week where I see a friend and have a really nice evening with them, if that's going out for dinner or if that's cooking a nice meal together. Just making sure we have like a decent amount of time together just to relax, to catch up, and to really enjoy each other's company. And the same goes, like, don't sit on my phone, put phones to a side, because at the end of the day, if you're only seeing someone every couple of weeks, like, make the time to actually really be invested in them when you are spending the time with them. God, them blind marks are so irritating, aren't they? And then I put get something fun in the diary for February. I think I can actually tick this one off already. So we're gonna tick that one off because I've got Chris Brown, which is so exciting. So that has been booked quite recently. So I'm actually going to see Chris Brown with Steph in February, which I can't wait for. I'm very excited. Oh, I should have taken a picture of this for you before I wrote on it. Anyways, we're going to try and just crop that bit out. But yeah, very excited about that. I would also like to think about maybe booking a holiday or something, but you know, like I say, bite-sized chunks, let's not get too crazy. So the next thing for my annual goals section is health. So there was a lot of 2023 goals in terms of health, such as walking daily, getting into something new. So, you know, like a workout class. I've also put on here about getting counselling, because there's things I feel like I need to work through and just to understand my mind a little bit better. I put focus on my happiness, get happy again, because again, I spoke about this a lot in my goals video. I haven't been that happy the last few months. I've not been in a good headspace, and in all honesty, guys, like how I felt has actually probably been the worst I felt in, I don't even know how long, probably ever. It sounds really dramatic, but you know, everyone goes through times where we're happy, we're sad, but this has probably been the longest time consecutively I've felt like crap, and I've actually really struggled to pull myself out of it. I have really struggled to pull myself out of it, like obsessing and not being able to shift those thoughts. It's really awful, actually. So that's the place I've been in for the last good few months even of 2022, and I'm working really hard to do everything I can to make this year a happy year. So I think I will do a vlog probably, like how to pick yourself back up when you're having a bad day or when you're having a bad week, or just how to get out of a rut, because I feel like I've massively been in one. So yeah, there's lots of like different reasons as to why, and some are personal, so I'm not going to be discussing everything on the internet, but it's just, you know, things that are out of my control, and just kind of allowing bad things that have happened that could have easily just been put to one side and ignored, like obsessing on them, and then allowing that to make me feel 10 times worse about loads of things that I wasn't even unhappy about in the first place, if that makes any sense. So yeah, being happy this year is like a massive thing for me. And you know, there's other things on here I've put on here, like have a peaceful environment, morning routines, that sort of thing. So yeah, for my January goals, the goals that I have set are to try Pilates properly, because like I said, I set a goal of wanting to get into something. So I want to try Pilates properly. I have been to a class, but I think I'm going to try it at home. Now, I don't know how many times. I didn't want to put a number on here because I didn't want it to be too rigid, but even if I just try and do it like once a week, twice a week at home. I've got myself a mat, so I've got a mat for Christmas, so I can literally put it up on the TV and actually work through it and give it a try. So I would really like to try that because it's really good for your body. I spend a lot of time sitting down at a desk and filming and stuff like that, so it'd be really good for me to just really look after my body and stretch properly and yeah, all of that goodness. And then I've put get back into regular walks, because obviously I've said that my yearly goal is to walk daily. So get back into regular walks. Again, I didn't want to put a specific figure because I don't want to overwhelm myself. And this is something that's really important that we need to remember too, is Rome wasn't built in a day, right? You can't just go from doing nothing to everything, because you're setting yourself up to fail. There might be some people out there who can quite literally pick themselves up and the next day be doing 10 million things, but I'm not one of them. I get overwhelmed. I think, oh my God, I've got all this to do, and it's just not, it's not realistic. So let's try and be 1% better each day, and you know, get back into regular walks. So that might be I'm walking 3 times this week, you know. I don't know, I've not walked properly in about a month or 6 weeks because I've just been on and off ill and run down. Yeah, just get back into regular walks and see what I can achieve in January. Not put the pressure on myself, because we're striving for daily, but we don't need to start daily. Do you see what I mean? I've also put see a counsellor 2 times for January. So yeah, that is something I want to do this month. And then I've put take more time for myself in terms of self-care. So, you know, that could be, like I said, putting my phone down. And one thing I've started doing last night, which isn't a goal on here, but I should have put on here, was reading. So this is a magical book right here. If you are someone who feels a bit like me at the minute, maybe a bit down in the dumps, this book's going to really help you. So this is Good Vibes, Good Life. It's an amazing book. I actually have read, literally, can you see, I'm nearly at the end. Well, I've read about 75% of this book just last night and this morning, and it's really uplifted me. So reading is something I want to get into, and that's going to be my little form of self-care, I think. Just reading, learning. I'm not really interested in you know, fantasy books and things like that. I want to kind of learn and kind of read more about self-growth. I think that's where my mind is at in terms of reading. But yeah, reading, that is a good form of self-care. So yeah, that is something I really want to focus on in January too. So then we're moving on to finances. So my annual goals for finances were to have a 5-figure month from social media, to max out my ISA allowance, buy an investment property, invest £10,000, get new contracts in like a business venture, and upgrade my car. So again, they're quite big goals, like we're not hitting them all in January. So instead I broke them down. I've put on here, have 2 business meetings. So this month I'm looking into something new. So I would like to have 2 meetings to just make some progress, do some research. You know, we're not aiming for the stars, we're just kind of gradually dipping our toe in the water, that sort of thing. So I've put have 2 business meetings, so I know at the end of the month I've done something. I've done a little something to step towards my goal. I've also put on here to save £2,000, because obviously if I'm trying to save towards my ISA allowance and that, then I need to start whacking the money away. So I put to save £2,000 this month. I've also put that I want to invest £500 this month too. If I want to invest 10 grand this year, then you know we need to start somewhere. So I thought I'd start with 500. I put get a few deals locked in for February too. So that means like brand deals. So again, if I'm working towards a 10-figure month, 1 month this year, which I'd love to do, I need to start getting them deals in a little bit earlier, because sometimes I don't get the brand deals in until the last minute. So I kind of want to work a bit ahead of, wow, the sun's back out. But yeah, I want to work a little bit ahead of time now and start actually kind of planning ahead more frequently than just working in the current month. I do actually have, I think, 1 brand deal for February and 1 for March already, but yeah, I'd like to be working like at least a month ahead, and so I can kind of see what's coming in, because it obviously helped me reach my goal if I know what work I've actually got coming in. Whereas I kind of, I don't know, I've just been a little bit slack with that the last, well, forever really, just kind of like, you know, don't get me wrong, I do reach out to brands and I try and keep relationships going and things like that, but it can be hard when you're really busy to keep on the ball with it. So that's something I really want to do in January, just try and get some brand deals locked in for February, so I know that I've got something in the pipeline. This is really annoying. Now we're going to move on to my tracker, my social media tracker. So I'm going to move the camera actually. Okay, so as I said, you're really going to have to excuse my dusty, disgusting nails. But we're going to put on here what figures we're at so that I can track my social media throughout the year to see the growth. So for January, my YouTube is starting on 71,000 and let me just check actually, 948. So that's what we started the month on. TikTok, we are starting on 26,200 and then Instagram, we're starting on 130,000. So I'm hopeful to see growth in all of these areas. My Instagram is rapidly declining because I've not been posting for so long now, very often at all. I had such a big spurt on Instagram of growth last year because I was posting really popular videos every single day and I literally got so many new followers. But as a result, when you gain followers very quickly, they're not necessarily people that are actually, you know, buying into you as a person. They kind of like just follow me because they love my Zara content and that sort of stuff. So when I stop posting, you end up losing some as well. So I'm kind of like struggling actually to even maintain around this. I'm kind of gaining and losing at the same rate at the minute. So I'm hoping this will go up and not go down. But yeah, I need to just put some effort into Instagram to hopefully push this number up or at least keep it stable. And then my TikTok, yeah, that's been quite slow in December. So I'm hopeful that that will go up by a couple hundred. And then yeah, my YouTube, well, I've obviously put 1,000 as my goal, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And then what other trackers have I got? Business tracker. So far, I have in this new business, which this is something I will talk to you guys about in the future. I am documenting it in a vlog. So yeah, you will hear about this in the future, but it's not something I can disclose just yet. But just doing a little tracker of something that I have an idea that I want to do. So far I have set up my limited company, I found an accountant, and then I've started building relationships and pitching. So this is the area that I want to have these business meetings in. So I want to add a few more things on here for January to say, yep, you have met up with so-and-so, you've done this research, because yeah, I want to see this growing throughout the year. And then it will kind of make me decide if I'm going to do it or not. It's basically, it's not like my dream goal, it's just something I'm thinking about. So I want to see this grow and develop so I can decide, is this business idea a good idea or not? Yeah, that is basically all my trackers for now. I might build on these throughout the year, but for now we're just going to do a social media tracker and a business tracker as well. So yeah, hopefully that gives you some ideas. But you could do trackers too. You could do a weight tracker if you're trying to lose some weight. You could do trackers on like inches, so you know, measure yourself, that sort of thing. There's so many trackers you can do. So you could do trackers on how much studying you're doing. So yeah, these are great little ways just to visually see what we're achieving throughout the year, and we can have it all in one place, nice and easy to just see and to document as well. I feel like we're coming towards the end of this video. Just a few things I wanted to say, because this one I feel like it's gonna be quite boring because this is the first video like this I've ever done, so we've not really got anything to reflect back on. So I'm hoping that from February onwards these videos will be quite exciting, quite fun, because we can review the previous month's goals and see what I achieved and see what I didn't achieve and why didn't I, like what went wrong or what happened that I didn't expect to happen. It will just be fun to go through the year together to really see how we're progressing throughout the year. Like I say, goals for the year can seem really overwhelming, so breaking them down into monthly goals that we can then work on each week just makes everything so much more attainable and a bit more realistic really, and like less stressful. So yeah, that is what I'm looking forward to, just to keep this document going on my channel, to see what's happening and see where I end up. Like, I'm really excited to see actually at the end of this year what changes will be, because I have literally no clue how this year is going to go. So all I know is I'm really going to try my hardest to just be happy this year and to do positive things and fake it till you make it. At the minute I don't feel that great, but I'm just faking it till I make it, because I've been in my pity, what's the saying? Not a pity party, but well, I guess I've been having my own little pity party for one, raving away, being all pitiful for the last like month. So I just want now to be like, no Hazel, enough is enough now. Like, I don't actually care that you feel like crap. We are moving forward, so we're not doing this anymore. So yeah, that is really what I need to do. And I literally, something changed the last day of December. I thought to myself, you're not doing this anymore, you're actually not. Even though you feel like crap, you're not wallowing anymore. So I just kind of told myself that, and something like literally flipped in my head. I was like, you're not doing it anymore. So yeah, every single day I'm trying to do little things, and that is the key thing. I know I've already said this, but don't overwhelm yourself. Oh, my hair's falling out. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try and do everything. If you do a lot and you think, actually, I can do more, that's amazing. Obviously, don't limit yourself at the same time, but definitely don't overwhelm yourself when you're just starting out, because all you're going to do is set yourself up to fail or set yourself up for disappointment, and you're going to feel just like, oh, I haven't done enough. But actually, like, even if you could do one thing each day, like, be better than you were yesterday. You don't have to be the finished article. Like, the finished article is going to take time, and guess what? You're never going to be the finished article, because when you finish that book of who you want to be, you're going to be opening the next book, and it's going to now be the next chapter. So let's enjoy the journey. Let's enjoy each day of just doing something each day to better ourselves. So for example, it sounds really silly, but like, one of my goals for today is to make sure I drink enough liquids. Like, where I'm still feeling a bit run down, I'm struggling to get my waters in. I don't know if you guys relate, like when you feel ill, you struggle to drink water because your throat's sore. So I'm getting myself in lots of warm drinks. I know it sounds silly, but that's literally a goal of mine today. And then another goal will be to just get out for like a quick half an hour walk, just so I can get some fresh air, because I've not been outside for literal days. And another goal will be to edit this video. So I've not got massive goals today. I'm just trying to set myself small, realistic goals, but things that I can achieve, because when you start achieving your goals, you then feel like a sense of like a buzz and achievement, right? And then it makes you want to do more. So then you can build and build and build each day, and eventually reach more goals. Let me know if there's anything else you'd want to see. Sorry about the lighting, guys, it's literally terrible. But let me know if there is anything else you would want to see in this style of video. This is quite a popular sort of style of video I see on YouTube. I know people do budgets in these videos too, of what they're spending in the month and stuff like that as well. Or they'll add in like favourites or books or anything like that. So yeah, let me know if there's anything in particular you would want to see each month that I review and talk about. And we can stay accountable together this year, so let's do it together. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys. Actually guys, I'm back, 1 second. So I just realised there were some bits of footage that I filmed over the last few days, just little things that I thought you could do to make yourself feel a little bit clearer and reset for the month. So I'm going to insert them next, and then yeah, the video will wrap up itself. Right guys, you're gonna have to excuse my voice because it's a little bit croaky when I'm filming this, but part of my getting my stuff together for the new year, it was actually a nice little trip to a local farm shop, which yeah, was a lovely treat. It's always so nice going there, getting some fresh food, looking after yourself, getting some good food in you. And I'm just getting over being ill, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to get some healthy goodness. So I got myself some oranges, some fresh lemons. I can't wait to have these in the morning with some honey. Oh my god, I literally can't wait. I also got some Malden sea salt as well. I got some nice sauces for pasta. So I got this one which has olives in, and then I also got this lasagna sauce too. I got a lovely fresh baked loaf. Oh my god, look how amazing that looks. Literally nothing beats a proper loaf of bread, doesn't it? And then I got some Italian ham, as well as this pasta, which I thought looked really yummy. So that is what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. I also got some strawberries. Oh my god, look at these. Look at the colour of them. And apple juice too. This one is so freaking good. Red Pippin apple juice. And then finally, some free range eggs. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting down to a farm shop, because it's such a nice little afternoon out. Can really treat yourself to some goodness. Guys, it's now the following day again. I'm just doing a little something each day, which is definitely something I recommend you do to not overwhelm yourself. Like, pre-plan out the week. Like, one day I'm going to do my washing, the next day I'm going to do, I don't know, organise my wardrobe, that sort of thing. Anyway, today is the day we sort out the house. So it is actually New Year's Day today when I'm filming this little segment, and we're doing loads of washing basically. So we've got another wash load on. I've got another one to go on in a second. Just getting all the washing done, getting all the dishwasher done, and I'm going to wipe down all the sides. I'm not going to do a speed clean because I feel like I show you this way too often and it gets really boring. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'll show you it once it's done and it looks good. But yeah, that is my little task for today, to just get some cleaning done. I'm still ill, still got the flu, but I need to start moving my body again because I'm getting really like irritated where I'm not moving. So yeah, this sort of stuff really annoys me and stresses me out. Mess, clutter, I hate it. So once this is done, I'm gonna feel a million times better. So let the cleaning commence in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Oh, we're steaming up. So it's not 100%, but it's pretty much done. Obviously the washing's still there. But yeah, I've cleared all the sides. There's like a little bit of stuff I need to go through on there, like paperwork and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, the kitchen is looking a lot nicer, which is what we like to see. And then over here, I mean, I hate the stands everywhere, but it's just part of being a YouTuber. But the Christmas tree is down, as you would have seen me take it down. And we've just got this chair in here actually, I need to get rid of that. But yeah, this is from our living room, but it was moved into here because the tree needed to go where it was. So we need to decide if we're gonna move it back. So yeah, this space is a little bit cluttered at the minute. But other than that, the kitchen is looking a lot better, I think. So guys, it's the next day. I wasn't going to film because my voice is even more lost right now. But I wanted to quickly show you another thing I do to prepare for the new year, and something that I like doing when I enter the new year to get me back in a good mindset and feeling good, is having really wholesome and delicious dinners, which are really healthy too. So I'm sure all of us can relate that over Christmas we kind of lose track of what we're eating. We eat a lot of chocolate, a lot of carbs, and especially for me, I've definitely not been hitting my 5 a day. I probably haven't even been having 1 a day. So I wanted to get back into that. And this is one of my favourite meals. It's so easy to do. I literally just get frozen fish fillets. I cook them in this with peppers, onions, seasoning in the oven for like 40 minutes. And then I just simply do white rice, peas, squeeze lemon juice over the rice as well. Yeah, it doesn't look that appetizing, but honestly, it's a really nice meal. But this is just a little reminder to have a nice healthy meal, get back on track, do your meal planning and have, you know, good meals in the week to keep you going, but also to make sure you're getting them vegetables in, because it is really important. And you might be kind of waking up in the new year feeling a bit rubbish, and it could certainly be because we've not been eating what our body needs. So yeah, here's your little reminder.